Good morning, class 10 students. I welcome you all on this online platform provided by Jagrati Classes. Today we have to discuss a new topic, which is sign convention. I already told you what is sign convention. That is basically when you consider a mirror, and this mirror is considered to be lying on the origin, that is on the Cartesian system. We consider the mirror to be placed on the origin point. That is, if I talk about the coordinates of this pole of the mirror, so this pole would be lying at a point 0, 0. And this is actually not a new topic because we have discussed sign convention in the previous video lecture. But now you have the diagram in front of you. You also have the same diagram made in your books. So I told you that this pole is considered to be lying on 0, 0. This is your positive x-axis, and then you have x dash, or you can even call it to be the minus x-axis. Here on the upward side, you would have one axis. Here if I draw one axis, okay, a straight axis, then we can say that this is the plus y axis and this is the minus y axis. And hence you can decide the values of every height or the distance. Either you should take it positive or you should take it negative. So here if we consider the height, then all the heights which are present upwards the principal axis or upside the principal axis, those heights are always considered to be positive. Because you see, when we are talking about the height in up direction, then you have positive y-axis to be in the upside. So all the heights which are present above would be taken as positive, but all the images or every height which is present below the principal axis, which is pointing downwards. So downwards you have the negative y-axis, the minus y-axis. So these heights would be considered as negative. Then you say that every distance which is measured towards the right, it is considered positive because these distances are pointing towards the positive x-axis. Where all the distances which you measure behind or to the back side, or more appropriately we can say to the left, then distance measured towards the left are considered to be negative. So this is the sign convention which you are going to use for both concave and convex mirror. So now after this, okay, I hope you have understood this. Now the question comes, these signs will decide for which quantities. Okay, we understood that you have to take positive when the conditions are different, and sometimes that quantity can be negative also. But now, what are the quantities for which this sign convention is being used? So for knowing that quantities, see, I'll be writing the names of that quantities. The first one is object distance. The next term is image distance. And the third and the last term which we use for the mirrors for numerical calculation is focal length. So you can divide the signs of all these three parameters using the sign convention which we discussed. Object distance is written by the alphabet small u, image distance is represented by the alphabet small v, and focal length you all know, we denote it by small f. So these are their symbols, okay. Now object distance is what? The distance of object from the pole. Image distance is the same in definition, distance of image from the pole of the mirror. And focal length you all know. How we have defined the focal length? We have discussed all the definitions, all the important terms. So focal length was what? If I talk about the concave mirror here, then the middle portion of this mirror is called the pole of the mirror. And then next what you have one imaginary point which is called center of curvature of the mirror. And between the center of curvature and pole, you have an imaginary point, and at that point, all the parallel rays, they meet after reflection. And talking about convex mirror, principal focus is the point lying on the principal axis on which all the rays appear to meet, because convex mirror is a kind of diverging mirror. So when we are talking about convex mirror, we'll say principal focus is that point on which all the rays they appear to meet, whereas in concave mirror you would have an actual point. And let's suppose here you have the point focus. So focal length is the distance between pole and focus of the mirror. So focal length is what? This distance is known as focal length. That is the distance between the principal focus from the pole of the mirror is defined as focal length. So according to the sign convention, you have to determine that the signs of object distance, image distance and focal length would be positive or they would have a negative sign. So in all different circumstances, this U, V and F can have different signs. So for this, you have a table in front of you. This table gives you the value of or the signs for different physical quantities which we discussed. The first row is for concave mirror. For concave mirror, U. U here is what? As I told you, U represents the object distance. Then small v here represents the image distance. This F stands for focal length. R is here the radius of curvature of mirror. And you know, we discussed an important formula when we were doing the introductory video of this chapter, that is the relation between focal length and radius of curvature. So if you remember the formula, we drew a mirror and we say that this is the center of curvature. So the distance between center of curvature and pole of the mirror, this distance is known as the radius of curvature of the mirror, because mirror is a part of sphere and the distance of this center from the boundary of that sphere or from the pole is regarded as radius. So this distance is the radius, and focal length we just recently discussed, that is the distance between pole and focus of the mirror is called focal length. So now what we do is, you can easily see that radius is double of focal length, or in other words, if we talk of, then focal length is half of the radius. So here we have that if I twice the focal length, then I would get the value of radius, or you can say focal length is equal to half the radius. So the sign of focal length would be same as the sign of radius. In some numerical questions, what is given is, you would have been given a value of object distance and you are required to form the value of image distance. But then you will not be given focal length, you will be given the radius. So firstly you have to apply these relations and then you have to find the value of focal length from the given radius, and then you will use the formula which is called mirror formula to solve the numerical questions. So before moving on to the mirror formula, we will be discussing these sign conventions. So firstly we have a mirror which is the concave mirror, and this is the principal axis of the concave mirror. Now we will be writing the notations. As we are writing, we have discussed these notations when we discuss the optical ray diagrams. So I hope now you know the notations. The middle point of this mirror is known as the pole of the mirror. Then you have a point principal focus, and then you have a center of curvature lying on your principal axis. Now let's suppose you have the object placed here. Object we always represent using the term A and B. So this AB represents my object. And what would be the height of this object? The height of the object, which is denoted by H. So H here, because it is present above the principal axis, so just we saw in the sign conventions, all the distances which are present upwards are taken to be positive. So here H would be taken as positive. And as you can see, we are discussing this first case of concave mirror. So here the height of the object is taken positive always. Whereas the height of image, if the image formed is real, then the height would be taken as negative. If the image formed is virtual, then the height would be taken as positive. We have discussed, when we were discussing ray diagrams, we have discussed 6 cases of image formation. That is, we have 6 different diagrams for concave mirror. So in all the 5 cases, you obtain the image to be real and inverted. But if you remember, according to the table, you can again see that the last case, that is the 6th case of image formation given in the table, it forms the image which is virtual and erect. So inverted means whenever the image would be formed below the principal axis. Inverted images means these images are formed below the principal axis. And hence, because these images are formed below, then their height would be taken as negative. So if this is the image A prime, B prime, or you can say A dash, B dash is the image formed, then the height of this image would be taken as negative, because according to the sign convention, all the height which are present below the principal axis are taken with a negative sign. So whenever we are talking for inverted image, then the sign would be negative. Real means real and inverted. Whereas if you are talking about virtual and erect image, virtual and erect image, we have discussed that it is formed behind the mirror, it is quite enlarged. But here we are focusing that the image is formed upwards the principal axis. So for virtual image, you have the sign to be positive. Now we are talking about the object distance. Why object distance is negative here? So if you are placing the object here, the light rays will come to the right hand side direction, because we all know this is the direction of incident rays, the incident light rays coming from the object. So the incident light rays, we always consider this to be the left hand side direction and this direction to be right hand side. So as you can see in the diagram, or let's make one more diagram. This is the concave mirror. Then you have a principal axis here, okay? And this is the object which is present in front of the mirror. Now next what you have is the light rays will be coming from the object towards the mirror. So this would be the direction of incident ray. And hence the direction of incident ray is always considered to be positive. You can again see the diagram of sign convention which we have discussed. According to this, the direction of incident ray is considered to be positive. But when the image would be formed, then the image is formed. Let's suppose here you have the image. So this height of the image, here the height of image would be taken as negative, where the height of the object is positive here, because the object is present above the principal axis. And next we are discussing the value of u. U is what? U is object distance. So if we need to find which sign you should have, so how this object distance is measured? I told you object distance is the distance of object from the pole. So you start with the pole, because this pole has the coordinates 0, 0. So starting with the pole, we move to the left hand side, and this left hand side direction, this direction is opposite to the direction of incident rays. Whenever you are measuring object distance, you are moving towards the back side direction. And because this direction is positive, the opposite direction would be the negative direction. And in turn, the object distance for concave mirror. Here we have which kind of mirror? Concave mirror. So the object distance for concave mirror would always be taken as negative. So here you have the same mentioned in the table, that for concave mirror the object distance is always negative. And then you have the image distance. When the image is formed in front of the mirror, if this is the condition of image formation, then also how you will measure the image distance? The image distance you will measure from the pole itself, and from the pole, because you are moving backwards and the direction of incident light is forward, so the image distance would also be negative. But when the image is virtually formed, that is when you have the image to be virtual and erect, that is only for the last case given in the table of concave mirrors. So here the distance for virtual and erect image would be considered as positive. I hope you have understood. See, this is the virtual and erect image which is formed by the concave mirror. Now you will measure any distance starting from the pole itself. So from the pole of the mirror, if you move towards the right, then which kind of this is the image distance which you obtain. and now the image distance would have a positive sign. So these are the sign conventions for concave mirror. In a similar manner, you can understand the sign convention for convex mirror. See, the object distance for convex mirror is negative always. So you can remember, either you are given a concave mirror or convex mirror. In any case, in any conditions which we have done, object distance will always be negative, but you can have two kinds of image distance for concave mirror. But we know convex mirror does not forms real image. We have discussed two cases of image formation by convex mirror, and convex mirror always forms virtual erect image. So because no real image is present, then the object image distance for convex mirror is always positive. So it is easier to learn for convex mirror. U always carries a negative sign, whereas image distance always carries a positive sign with its value. Then you can see that every sign in the convex mirror is positive, because you have no real image, so you cannot calculate the height. So for convex mirror, the signs are always positive. Either you talk about its focal length, or you are dealing with the image distance, height of image, height of object. Only the object distance here is considered to have a negative sign, because if you consider a convex mirror, this is a convex mirror, and then you consider the object placed before the convex mirror. So the object distance would be measured from the pole, and because the object distance has a negative direction to the direction of incident rays, then it would be taken as negative. So this is the importance of sign convention. Now you are being provided with many solved examples in your books, and these are based on mirror formula. So I'll be telling you mirror formula, and then we'll be doing some questions, okay, related to mirror formula. So now talking about a new topic, which is mirror formula. Mirror formula gives you the relation between V, U and F. That is, it provides a relation between object distance, image distance and focal length. And the relation is 1 upon U plus 1 upon V is equal to 1 upon F. This formula is known as mirror formula. U is object distance, V is image distance and F is focal length, okay, which we are discussing from the starting itself. So this is mirror formula, what you have in front of you. Now let's suppose you are given a question, that is, considering a concave mirror, or let's write it directly only. You are given that radius of concave mirror, you are given with the concave mirror, and then you have the radius of concave mirror is 20 centimeters, okay. Then it is given the object is placed at a certain distance from the mirror. So the object is placed at a certain distance from the mirror, and its image is formed at a distance of, let's suppose, 5 centimeter from the mirror. So now you have to calculate its object distance. Calculate the distance of object. So you see that you are given with two quantities, that is, you are provided the radius of the mirror. The important terms which you have to look in the numericals is which kind of mirror or lens you are given. Firstly, you should know that we have been given concave mirror. Then the next value, 20 centimeter, this is the radius. So you have the value of R to be 20, and I told you, whenever you are given the value of radius in the questions, you can find the value of focal length. We discussed that radius is double of focal length, or focal length is the half of radius. So when R is 20 here, talking about the solution simultaneously, you are given radius is 20 centimeter. And you know that focal length is equals to half of radius. So focal length here would be 10 centimeter. Then you have that image is formed at a distance of 5 centimeter. So image distance, which is V. Remember now the symbols V stands for image distance. So the given image distance is 5 centimeter and you are required to calculate the object distance, which is U. So U here is distance of object or object distance. Now because we are given with F and V and we have to find the value of object distance, we'll be using the mirror formula which is in front of you. So by using the mirror formula, you have to write by using mirror formula. Mirror formula is what? The more number of times you'll write the formulas, you'll write it again, then it would be easier for you to learn. So mirror formula is 1 upon U plus 1 upon V gives you 1 upon F. Now you have to find the value of this. So unknown quantity will be kept at left hand side of your equals to, and then we'll be transposing this 1 upon V to the right hand side. This contains a positive sign, so here it would be 1 upon F minus 1 upon V. And using this equation, we'll substitute the given values. That is, instead of F, we'll substitute 10, and for V, I'll be substituting the value of 5. So then you have 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F minus 1 upon V. Now we are dealing with concave mirror. For concave mirror, for the given values, now you have to denote the signs. Which sign would come? So if you see in the table, for concave mirror, what is the sign of image distance and focal length? So if we see in the table, moving in concave mirror, the sign for image distance, if the image is real, the sign would be negative, and if the image is virtual, the sign would be positive. And focal length of concave mirror is negative. So focal length will keep negative value, but how to decide that image formed would be real or inverted? So if you remember the 6 cases, the 6 diagrams or concave mirror, then only in the last case, the image obtained was virtual and erect. Now let's see how to decide there. Focal length would have a negative sign, image could have positive or negative sign. When the image would be real, it would have a negative sign, and if it would be virtual, then it would have a positive sign. So now let's move back to our question. For concave mirror, the sign of image distance can be positive or it can be negative. Positive is when the image is virtual, and negative is when the image is real and inverted. And then the sign of focal length is always negative for the mirror. These informations we obtain from the table itself. That is the table used for sign convention. Now see how to decide. So here focal length is 10 centimeter and image distance is 5 centimeter. So this value of focal length, we'll be taking this value with a negative sign, because focal length of concave mirror is always negative. Yes, no kind of negative sign is being given in the question, but in the numericals I told you, this sign convention is used in the numericals only. So in the numericals you have to see which kind of mirror are you talking about. Are you talking about concave mirror or convex mirror? And then you have to decide the signs. So here in the question you were given a value of 10 centimeter, but according to sign convention, please never forget to use these sign conventions in solving numericals. So according to the sign convention rules, the focal length of concave mirror should be negative. So in numericals, you will be using a value of minus 10 centimeter as the focal length. And V here is 5 centimeter. Now it means, now you have to decide that this value of image distance should be positive or it should be negative. Which sign you should put? So for deciding this, you have two cases. If the image is virtual, then you can use the positive sign. If the image is real, you can use the negative sign. So if I consider this as a concave mirror, this would be the pole of the mirror. Okay, now we have this point to be the focus and this point to be the center of curvature. The distance between pole and focus is regarded as focal length, which is given 10 centimeter. So this distance is 10 centimeter, and the object or the image is formed where? Image is formed at a distance of 5 centimeter. It means when the image is formed at a distance of 5 centimeter, then this image would be placed where? Image in concave mirror, it can be formed 5 centimeter means image is formed somewhere at a distance of 5 centimeter. So this is the image which we have drawn. Let's draw the image with a different color so it is clearly visible. So here you have the image to be formed. This image which is formed, it is real and inverted, so you will use the sign of negative. So here also with V also we have the sign of negative 5 centimeter, because the image formed, you can draw the diagrams and then you can see where the image is formed, where the object is placed, and then you will get the answer. So here focal length will also be taken as negative and image distance V would also be taken as negative. Now what we'll do is, we'll substitute the values in our equation. So 1 upon U would give 1 upon F is minus 10 minus 1 upon V would be minus 5. And then by solving it further, minus 1 upon 10, minus and minus would become plus 1 by 5. Now we'll be taking the LCM. The LCM comes out to be 10. So you will be getting 1 minus 1 plus 2 as the image distance 1 upon U. Not U, it is equal to 1 upon U. And solving further, we'll get plus minus is minus. So 2 minus 1 gives you a value of 1 by 10. And solving for U, that is reciprocating the terms. If you reciprocal, then you will be getting 10 centimeter as the object distance U. It means this U, that is the object, is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter at the focus. When the object is placed at focus, image is formed as real and inverted. When the object is placed between the F and P, focus and pole, then only you get a enlarged virtual image. So see, accordingly you get the answer, and this would be object distance is 10 centimeter. So this is the final answer for the question. Okay. So in this way we use the terms, or we use this mirror formula. Next topic which we can discuss is magnification. So we have to discuss magnification. Magnification is what? It is the ratio, it is the relative extent which shows relative extent to which the image is formed. The image is formed compared to the size of object, compared to object's size. That is, magnification actually tells you that when you compare the size of image and size of object, then is the image formed enlarged from the object, or is the image having a shorter size compared to the object? As we have a feature, that is the feature of zoom. So what we do is, we zoom the objects or we magnify them. So from there only the term magnification is being derived. That is, it tells you the relative extent or the relative comparisons between the size of image and size of object. This magnification is represented by the letter small m here, and this is the ratio of height of image divided by the height of object. Okay, so this value, this ratio gives you the amount of magnification. Here the symbol used for height of image is h dash, and the symbol used for height of object is h. So this becomes the formula of magnification. Magnification is h dash upon h. And this can also be related with, you can have one more formula. Magnification is h dash upon h, which is equals to v by u. V here is image distance, u is object distance. So v here is the distance of image, that is image distance, and u symbolizes the object distance. Okay, so magnification is equal to h dash upon h, which is in turn equals to v divided by u. So this is also known as linear magnification, or you can simply say it to be magnification. Magnification gives you an idea that what is the size of image formed compared to the size of object. The image can either have a negative magnification. So we can say that you can have two values of magnification. Magnification can be positive or it can be negative. Positive value of magnification indicates that the image formed has a larger size compared to the object. And this negative value of magnification, it denotes that when the image which is formed has a smaller size compared to the size of initial object or the original object which is being placed, so you will get a negative value of magnification. So this is the formulas of magnification related to the height of image and object and related to the distance between image and object. In both the ways you can obtain magnification. Now the numericals which we get for magnification, either you will be given h dash and h and you will be required to find the value of magnification, which would be the direct question, or you can be given h dash here. I hope you understand, h dash is height of image, h is height of object. Or the other kind of numerical which you can get is, you can be given the value of v, h dash and h, and you are required to find magnification. So here for finding magnification, this relation would be helpful, that is h dash upon h is equals to v by u. So firstly we will be finding the value of u, so u would be h dash upon h. Okay, if I transpose u to the left hand side, so u would be v multiplied by h upon h dash. Using this formula you can find the object distance u, and then you can substitute the value of u in the given relation to find magnification. So this completes our topic mirror formula, sign convention and magnification which we use for mirrors. In the next class we will be starting with the topic of refraction. So please do give a reading to the topic of refraction given in your books, okay? And to show you a realistic image of refraction. This is actually refraction through a glass slab, and as you can see in refraction you have the bending of light. So we'll be discussing what do you mean by refraction, then we'll be discussing the terms, that is the two laws of refraction as we discussed for reflection, then we'll be seeing what are the important definitions, and then we'll be moving our class to the topic of lenses. So this would complete your chapter. After we'll be doing lenses, lens formula and everything. Thank you for joining today's class. If you have any sort of doubts, you can contact us anytime. Till then, stay home, stay safe and keep following us. Thank you.